Hello everyone, we are doing part 3 of the Incinerator collection. We're going to go in order. We left off with the Perfected Dagger, so you should have that in your inventory. If not, check out my part 2. Just a reminder that you're going to need to be able to buy this Incinerator volume, so make sure to train your mastery. The Historian of the Aromaths, so that you can purchase it, and we'll go over that a little later, but you want to at least train up the mastery and now. The first few items are world boss events, so you go to the world boss, do the event, and in the world chest you get your item. So you can just do a Google search of event timers, and there's quite a few of them that are really good, and they'll show you when the event is happening. Also, you can buy the world boss portal device in the gem store. Assuming it's still there, at least when I was recording the video it was, which probably was a year ago by the time this is posted. And it will tell you what's upcoming and approaching, and it will take you to the nearest waypoint. All right, let's get started. All right, first up is Icy Core. So this is a world boss event. We are in Wayfarer Foothills, and I tend to take the Homestead waypoint, though some people will take this waypoint over here if they're doing the pre-event, and it's just behind me. He usually doesn't move. It's not very populated. He usually literally doesn't move from this spot. But yeah, defeat the world boss, and in the chest you will get your item. Moving on. Next up is the Fire Core. It is also a world boss event. We are in Metrica province, and we took the Meridian waypoint. You can see my little trail here, went through the front door and over to this purple flame looking thing. Just like the other world bosses, you must defeat the boss, and in the world boss chest you will get your Fire Core, and there's our Fire Ellie in behind doing its thing. Alright, moving on. Next on our list is the, where to go, Putrid Ichor. I don't know how to say anything in this game, so it's another world boss. Our friend, I think it's Tiquato, if I say it right. I don't say anything right. You'll correct me in the comments. Sparkfly Fen with the intense music. You probably won't be able to get into the Splintered Coast waypoint. It's almost always contested, it feels like. I came 40 minutes early and it was contested, so you'll probably have to take this waypoint and come through the Gorgy area. And just like the other ones, you gotta get it in the world boss chest. Alright, moving on. Next is our Corrupted Ice Shard, which is another world boss event, the Claw of Jormeg right behind me. So we're in Frost Gorge Sound, and you're going to take the Earthshake waypoint, and you're just going to follow the road up here. First part of the event, Jormeg will be up here, and then he'll move along over here. Defeat him, get your world boss chest, and you'll get your Corrupted Ice Shard. So we're going to have a few fractals, and the way it goes is some of the items we found before we're going to combine with our Bloodstone Dust, so make sure you have some in your inventory. Usually it's 10 piles per item, and you'll go into a fractal, and at a certain area you'll combine the items and get what you're looking for. Next up is your Swamp Gas. So you need to beat the Mossman boss, and I did scale 5. Wiki says scale 21, but I don't have that high in fractals, so I know for sure I did 5. Beat him and you'll get it in the chest. So Inquest Power Core is next, so you're going to defeat the Goemm Mark II world boss. We are in Mount Maelstrom. We're not at this world boss, but over here at the Old Sige waypoint. Oh, I hit something on my desk. That didn't form a circle. And then you'll get this in the world boss chest, like the other world bosses. Next up is the Ever-Burning Ember. So we're in the Iron Marches up at the top of the map. If you have a Springer, take the Gladfall waypoint, And you're just going to head up to the top near this point of interest and use your springer to jump over like I did. There'll be a little dome when the event starts, and you're going to fight Champion Draken Cinderspire, and in the event chest you'll get your ever-burning Ember. If you do not have a springer, don't worry. There are 2 other ways to get in. I will show you the ways. I'm resisting to sing Aladdin right now. It's taking everything in me. So, second way is by this heart. I just knocked down the wall, so it's not there. You can knock down the wall and just get in and then head up to the Scorched Lens. Either way, point at this point, or if you don't want to knock down the wall for some reason and want to do the pre-event, you can take the Firewatch waypoint, go across this little bridge, and as long as the event is going on, then that's the good old-fashioned way. The event will bring down the wall and bring you up as well. Okay, moving on. Next up is Flame Jelly. So we are going to take the Fire Core that we got earlier, and then we're going to go into the Snowblind Fractal. And in this case, lowest tier is fine. You're going to defeat the Ice Ellie, and then there'll be an area, and I'll show it right here, that once you defeat it, you can just walk over and dialogue to combine, and you're good. You get your Flame Jelly. Next up is our Blasting Powder. So we are in Frost Gorge Sound in the very, very corner at the Drakkar waypoint. And you're going to come all the way around to our hero point. And you're going to combine, so make sure to have it in your inventory, the ever-burning Ember from before, and then again 10 piles of Bloodstone Dust. And you're just going to interact, and once you do, you'll have an option to combine your materials. Next up is your Cryo Dust. So you're going to get your Corrupted Ice Shard from before, 10 piles of Bloodstone Dust, and you're going to go to the Volcanic Fractal. Scale 1 is fine. Must beat this legendary boss. And then over off to the side, you can interact to combine your materials. Now is Gelid Paste. So we're back to Mount Maelstrom again, and I'll just give you an idea where we are. At the Maelstrom waypoint, and just a reminder, you might have to take this waypoint or this waypoint and make your way through, something like that. I think it's pretty accurate. But anyways, you're going to go off to the side over here onto this rock, and you're going to combine, you're going to interact with the Heart of the Destroyer, and you're going to do your 10 piles of Bloodstone Dust, and this time your Icy Core from before. Next up is Explosive Fumes, so you're going to take 10 piles of Bloodstone Dust, Swamp Gas from before, and you're going to head to the Aquatic Runes Fractal. Number 7 is the scale I did, and you just have to get up to the Jellyfish boss. You don't have to beat it. Next up is Unstable Miasma. So we're in the Silver Waste first, because we need to combine 10 piles of Bloodstone Dust, but also the Mordrum Thrasher Gas Bladder. So in order to get the Gas Bladder, you need 2 pieces of the Gas Bladder. This is getting weird. Okay, so we're in the Silver Waste, and I'm at the Camp Resolve waypoint, just at this group of vendors here. So in order to get our pieces, we first need to buy an extraction device. Now we can buy one specific to the bladder. So we need 2 pieces. So depending on the way the events are, you might need to get 2, or if you can line up the events one after each other, you might be fine with just the one because it's good for an hour. So it's one of those items that you have to put it in your inventory, and then you have to double click it to activate it, just like food or anything else. So once you have that active, then there's 2 specific Mordrum that you need to defeat, and that will give you bladders. Some of you are very familiar with this, so you can defeat one of them twice, but depending on events, it might be easier to do one and then the other. So one event is Into the Breach, and you'll see some like areas open up that you can drop down into the hole and go underneath. So you want to go to the one here at the Blue Oasis. So when the Into the Breach event is happening, come to the Blue Oasis because you want to defeat Champ, Mordrum, Thrasher, Platinum. And then after that event, we have this lane event. And you want to get to this point of interest, and that's Champ, Mordrum, Mangler. So if you miss your events or things don't pass or whatever, or things fail, and you can do, you know, one of these guys twice, or if needed, it's just going to take a lot longer. So once you get your 2 pieces of bladder, double click them in your inventory to get the overall bladder. And then we need to head over to actually get our items. So we're going to Frost Gorge Sound, and we're going to this waypoint if it's not contested. Typically is, yep. All right, so we're gonna head down this area anyways. Earlier I spawned my skimmer and the skimmer didn't appear, but I was floating over water and just like oddly mounted. We're not going in the right direction. There we go. It was extra fun. Are we going in the right? No. Do not go towards the waypoint we were trying to get to. That's a great start. There we go. We're on the wrong side of the mountain. So that was the waypoint we were trying for, and we're heading this way. Our nice peaceful music. I just went the wrong way. Oh my god, we're great at this. We are so good at this. There we go. Oh my god, Don't go out of the tunnel. We're doing great. I haven't been here in a while, okay? I'm sorry. It has been a while. I think, yeah. Yeah, over here. I would like to go faster. That would be nice. Your point of interest is over here, too, in case you're missing it.
That's how I do it.
Please let me swim faster. Stop hitting me. I'm avoiding everything. I'm literally stuck. Great. Yep. And it's just about here. You'll have a dialogue box to interact, and you have that one. Next up is Volatile Compound. So it's actually a jumping puzzle, and you're going to combine your Putrid Ichor from before. Should be in your inventory, as well as 10 piles of bloodstone dust. So we are in the metric province, and we took the Cuddle waypoint, and we went right down to this point of interest that I have, and the jumping puzzle's right in front of me. So I'm gonna link a separate video, and in that video I do call out where to go to get your Volatile Compound, and you do not have to defeat the boss. You can just literally pick it up and keep going. So that will be in the description as well as the comments. Caustic Paste is next, so you're just going to take 10 piles of bloodstone dust and go into the uncategorized fractal, which I did skill number 2, and after Old Tom, you'll have a second set of platforms to jump on, and at the end, you'll be able to combine it, and that's it. Next up is Smouldering Concoction, and you're going to take your flame jelly from before, and you're going to go into the underground facility fractal, and you're going to go to the last boss. It could be either the legendary Dredge Power Suit or the legendary Rampaging Ice Ellie. Either way, you're going to find what you need at the center pillar, and I believe you do have to beat the boss before you can combine your stuff. Acrid Jelly is next. So you're going to take your unstable Miasma from before, your Cryo Dust from before, and you're going to go to the Molten Boss Fractal. And as you can see from the video, you can do it right before you beat the Molten Firestorm or the Molten Berserker and get your items. Next is our Corrosive Paste. So it's the Vexa mini dungeon. So we're in Fireheart Rise and took the Pig Iron waypoint. And then you're just gonna head up towards where my personal waypoint is. And I do have a separate video on how to do the mini dungeon. And once you get to the very end, you don't have to defeat Vexa, but on the left hand side at the very edge will be your waypoint materials. Combine that with Gelid Paste and your explosive fumes for before, and you have your Corrosive Paste. Combustive Substance is next. So you're going to take your blasting powder from before as well as your volatile compound from before, and you're going to do Spek's lab jumping puzzle. So we are in Caledon Forest, and we took the Glinner's Cove waypoint, and you're just going to head up to this personal interest here, not far from the vista. And right here, oh, there's like a little cavern. So I'm going to link below to my jumping puzzle that I've already done in full for this. But it's just at the very end of the jumping puzzle that there's a console on the left and you interact with it. And that's all there is to it. Next up is a Destructive Substance. So we are in Melkor's Leap. And you're going to take Versa Conjuring Waypoint. It's most likely going to be contested. Wow, it didn't last very long. So you're going to take Murmur Waypoint instead. But I wanted to show you, this is the console that you're going to interact with. And it's right in the room with the waypoint. Otherwise, let me see if we can show you. You're going to take Murmur Waypoint and you're going to go through this corridor, and there'll be a med event. I think the med event comes from the side somewhere, and that event will get you through this door. Then you do an event in this room, and it will allow you to get access to this room here. And then once you defeat that event, then the waypoint isn't contested. But I'm just going to quickly show you how to get into the tunnel. And so make sure to have on you your Acrid Jelly from before and your Corrosive Paste. Excuse me. Yeah. I thought these guys were ready to kill me. I forgot. I haven't been here in so long. But I'm not going to get very far. The event, maybe the event comes the other way. I don't remember. But you want the event that comes through the corridor. Just making sure these guys haven't like turned on me. Because they will, just so you know. So there should be like a wall here that won't let me go through, and it's the event. Oh, okay, it hasn't sealed up yet. Right, then you'll do an event in this room, which will allow you... You'll have another door here. And voila! This place is about to fall apart. Searing Concoction is next. So you're going to do the Aether Blade Fractal. I did scale number 14. You want to have your Smouldering Concoction on hand and your Combustive Substance on hand. And you need to get all the way to the last boss where the laser room is, but you don't have to defeat the boss, you can just walk on over. Ever Burning Fuel is next, so you're going to go to the Thermonova Reactor Fractal. I did scale number 15. Make sure to have your Destructive Substance with you, as well as your Searing Concoction, and you're going to head to the northeast room. But you don't have to beat the boss, you don't even have to finish the fractal, you just have to interact. Last to get is the Incinerator Volume 3. Again, you should already have the Perfected Dagger from the second collection. In order to purchase this, you must have your Mastery under Central Tyria and Legendary Crafting. The Historian of the Armaments must be completed before you can come to our Grand Master Craftsman Hobbs. That was the wrong key. To purchase your Volume 3 Incinerator. Once you complete the collection, you'll be given the Essence of Chemistry. You'll also be given a box of recipes, which include the Spark, Fuel Canister, and Regulator Nozzle. So at our Weapon Smithing Station, under a Legendary Component, we'll start with the Fuel Canister. So these are the items you need to craft. Ollie, are you okay? I think he just burped. And they're not that bad. You can buy most of these right off the trading post if you don't already have them on hand. Same with the regulator nozzle. Oh my god, why can't I say that? Same with this. You can buy all of these items. Well, this is cheaper to just get from wherever our friend is. As well. So like I was able to whip through this in no time. So then when you come back to the Spark, you should have your fuel, you should have your regulator nozzle. Why is that not coming off smoothly? This you got when you completed your collection. And the Spirit of the Perfected Dagger. You literally have to salvage the Perfected Dagger from the collection number 2, and you'll get the Spirit, and then you combine them all together and you get the Spark. All right, so awesome. Now you have a precursor. This took me literally a year and a half because I got distracted with other things. Now on to the Incinerator and to sell it because I literally don't rock a dagger anymore. I rock a staff. All right, bye guys. Hope you enjoyed.